Hi, and welcome to Dare to Be Authentic podcast. I'm your host, Maury Mitchell, and have a very special guest. His name is Rob Wilson, and I actually call him my serial podcast guest because he's always wanting to be on my podcast, always coming up with new wisdom. He is the founder of Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity, which is hypnotherapy that quiets the thinking memory mind and shows people the way of self-discovery is about listening and witnessing your daily life as an expanding experience. His book, My Wisdom Breathes, is available in print and also in audio version. Today, we're going to be talking about new wisdom regarding what he calls using Maverick questions instead of affirmations. Okay, Rob, it's great having you here again. Would you tell us what a Maverick question is?
A Maverick question is something that takes you beyond. It's something out of your captive vocabulary. And it really opens up. It takes the thinking mind out. It bypasses the mind because you get a little bit of that pizzazz in it. And it's like a Maverick question is why am I unique? And it really opens up to different things.
That's a great question. Why am I unique? How many people really ask themselves that?
Never. I never did till I started this.
Right.
And see, the thing about a Maverick question is it bypasses the thinking memory mind and the museum mind, because our mind is a museum. It really is once you start doing it, because everything we've had introduced to us to today is from the past.
So you're saying our mind is full of old stuff like a museum is?
It never gets to now. Your mind never gets to now.
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
And that's going to sound, but no, it's when you can open up and admit you can't, your mind doesn't get to now, you stop staying in the past because you think you know your way to yesterday. And everything you think and know and have always done is your biggest limitation.
Wow, that's a big statement to make. Yeah. So why use Maverick questions instead of affirmations? People love affirmations. They say them all day long.
Yeah, affirmations are comfort zone. They're the comfort zone that's familiar language, and it's in your comfort zone. And all it does is paint the walls of the mind with the same stuff as yesterday. It's actually watching paint dry.
Wow.
And see, the thing about affirmations, they all sound good, but they ain't unleashing they never make you curious. They more or less soothe what you've always done.
So they're not getting you anywhere further than where you are.
No, they're just repainting it. They're making you comfortable where you was. And that's all they're doing.
So there's no moving forward. Well, that's not good. That's not what we want.
And see, I'll give you an example. It's like you want to release some weight, right? Why will I look good, feel good, and be good releasing this weight?
That's a Maverick question.
Huh?
That's a Maverick question.
Yeah. And so, and why will releasing this weight be easy?
That's a new one on me. No one has ever said that weight loss is easy.
It isn't, because we've been taught it's hard.
Right.
We've been taught everything is hard, but nothing's hard until we make it hard.
So true, Rob.
And the thing about struggle is life isn't a struggle. Life is a liberation. And that's something I've learned about liberation. Liberation bypasses all the gunk that you always go through. See, like, I did a podcast called Why Liberator Rises You Out of Educator and Healer. Healer is looking to fix something. Educators wanting you to think you're uninformed, and liberator is here and now, natural.
It's a great word because the word liberator, liberation just, equals freedom. It's just equals freedom, which always feels good.
But feel your mind when you say liberator. Say it out loud and tell you what you feel. Or what you, not feel, wrong word, sense. What do you sense inside you?
Liberator. A sense of being free to do whatever I want.
To hearken the wisdom of the day. And the word, key word is hearken. Hearken takes you beyond, takes you into the inspiration of life.
That's such an old-fashioned word, but I like it.
Yeah, me too. Because if you hearken the wisdom of your daily life, you rise out of the past, here and now. And see, something I've learned about self-help, personal growth therapy, and punctuated writings, they sound good, but they never take you out of it. They're just captive words and captive thoughts from yesterday. And that's a key word, captive.
Because they keep you in a prison.
They keep you in the prison of yesterday. Yes, they do. And
wow.
And see, something I've discovered, I only show people what I discovered within myself. And this is the way I've expanded my life. And I took think and know, and I learned knowledge and thoughts out of my life for inspiration. Inspiration over think, aware over know, comprehend over learn, wisdom over knowledge, and revelations over instead of thoughts. And these, the thinking, memory, mind, the museum mind can't latch onto them. And once you understand the mind is a museum, you start liberating yourself.
So let me ask you a question. I don't think I've ever asked you before. How long did it take you to be able to not use those words, to step into the knowledge that you'd receive, the wisdom that you'd, not the knowledge, but the wisdom that you'd receive?
This actually started in 2009. But I've got to be honest, last year and a half, I started asking AI questions. And AI, every once in a while, AI comes back and says, "Are you sure you want to ask that question?" I go, "Yeah." Then it comes out. But what AI does is it helps me bypass the thinking, memory, mind. And what's really good for me is AI's picked up on my liberating lingo, and it talks in that. But the thing about AI is I don't want to ever get caught up in AI, because AI is a liberator, but it also is a captivator and keeps you in yesterday. And how are we going to, something for me is, this is just I always got to ask questions. AI is good, right?
Right.
Who's going to buy your stuff after AI? What does AI buy?
Nothing.
That's it. And another thing, everybody's always, all these marketers, they kind of look down upon the hourly worker, the electricians, plumbers. When there's something bad happens, do they call a marketer, or do they call them plumbers, electricians, carpenters, especially high voltage linemen? See, the thing is, if all the marketers go home for 30 days, will the world still function?
Of course.
You send them truck drivers, electricians, plumbers, carpenters, oil refinery operators, what happens to the world? It's shut down.
That's right.
And the only reason I'm saying this is you got to keep things what's good for everybody. And since 1984, we've went straight business.
Yes.
Okay, what does business own? Nothing.
Nothing really.
Who operates a business? Not the CEO, it's people.
Right.
We've taken the people out, and that's what I did. And now that I've opened up to this, I can ask the questions, because questions are going to take you to the promised land. You're going to think and know your way to the outhouse. That's just as simple as it gets.
I like that. I love the questions because uh, it takes you so much further. Like that first question you started with, whoever asks that to themselves, and
Yeah.
then when you get the answer, what happens to you?
Yeah. You become, you unleash untamed curiosity.
Mm.
Thinking knowing is tamed torment to me. But the more you can unleash that untamed curiosity and question that,
Mhm.
and you want to ask a question that just takes that comfort zone and makes it, ooh. But the, my favorite question in the morning is, why am I sovereign? Then, why am I unique, talented, and wise?
Let's go back to why am I sovereign? Those listening may not even know what sovereign means. That word has not been used a lot in the last, I don't know, any years.
Yeah, and that's why they want to use self, because self goes into they understand self from yesterday. Sovereign is present moment.
Okay.
And if you take self out of your life and use sovereign,
Hmm.
you become present and you experience the fresh experiences of now. And it gives you that, I call it the sassy tenacity to experience now.
I like it. I like the word sassy. So it's so funny, Rob, because I was about to ask you what would be some good questions in the morning, and you went right into it. So obviously you're reading my mind. So why am I sovereign? What was the other ones? Because sovereign just stuck with me.
Why am I unique, talented, and wise? Why is today the best day of my life?
Mm. Wow, these are awesome.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get a whole bunch of them. I just ain't got to it, but it's, why is this a fresh experience instead of a challenge?
Wow, I love that one. Ah, it takes the pain out of it.
It opens up and see, here's the thing. When you say I'm unique, wise, and talented, you can ask the question and you say, why will I rise? How will I rise out of this?
Hmm.
You personalize it. And see, the thing is if you look at self-help, personal growth, they're all good, but they're always somebody else's program.
Right. That's so true.
Maverick Questions is my program. It's not my program, it's my liberation.
Mm.
And see, the thing about liberation, it focuses on now. And that's all you have is now.
That
It's
is true.
right here, right now.
That's right.
And whatever's going to happen is here. And the thing about something I've really discovered about the physical world, it shows me the bliss and it shows me my dead ends right here. When you hit a chaos, that's oxygen for intuition.
Mm. That's good.
All chaos is showing you you're out of options.
Yeah, right.
Now it's time to question. Listen, question, and hearken.
I totally agree.
So the LBGTQ, you got the L.
Listen.
Yep. Listen, question, and hearken. You got the LQH.
Hearken. I
Yeah.
love that hearken.
But see that now, when you say hearken, what do you feel, Maury?
It always reminds me of that song, Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Yeah.
But hearken to me, even since I was a little girl, is like something is coming.
Yeah.
Something wonderful is coming.
And see, but hearken gives you a deeper a deeper, well, basically, simple word would be deeper listening, but it's more about an inspired listening.
Right.
See, it's hearing is no good. You hear yesterday, you see it, but when you listen, question, hearken, you rise. And see, you can do all this fantastic stuff. But if you start listening and hearkening the now and questioning it, you disband that because, everybody, I've done hypnotherapy and all that stuff, but hypnotherapy doesn't liberate you. It does for a certain part, but it don't take you past there. Because
Right.
they always give you something else, right? You got, well, when you listen, hearken, and question, who's benefiting?
It's your own.
Well, there you go. You actually, you don't take control. You chauffeur yourself through life.
I like that.
Yeah, because you're the limousine or the Lamborghini, whatever you want to be. But you are the vibrant vehicle that'll show you through life. And see, I just brought something up. You never want to be told never want to tell anybody where to go. You want to show them and chauffeur them to where they want to go.
I like it. I like it.
See, for me, and I'm not, I'm my own weird little person, but weird's wisdom, invigorating every day, rebellious dexterity. But if you try to follow society,
oh my gosh, no,
you're going right to where society is. And there's no society hasn't awakened since I don't know when.
Maybe never.
It never really has. But if you really look today and you look clear back to the beginning of time, we haven't really expanded much. We have some what do you want to say? We have some new stuff.
Technological things,
yeah,
mechanical things. Yeah.
Is all the technical stuff and technology good?
I always have these conversations with my daughters, and I say, life is so much harder today.
I'll take the 60s back.
Life is so much harder than the 70s and 80s.
But you had to be more aware back then because there wasn't all this instant communication.
Right.
And that's something else, we can't communicate no more. I can write you an email and tell you 700 times, 1,000 times what's wrong with you. But when I get face to face, I don't say shit.
Right.
This is something else. I've got to get this little video made up. When you're mad at somebody, just get right on the internet and type them a letter. Say everything you want to say. Then delete it. Because you got it out of you. Send it out to nowhere man's land.
It's never really deleted. I would just do it on my own computer.
That's what I mean. You do it on your computer,
okay.
But you delete it.
Yeah.
Disintegrate it. It doesn't matter as long as it leaves you. And another thing is, go to a park and write out everything you want to say to that person on a sheet of paper. Walk out of the park, ripping the paper up, walk by the garbage and leave it. You don't have to tell them because whatever happens, nothing moves forward. Look at, everybody says, oh, we got the technology. Well, what's going on right now in Iran? Same thing that happened in Iraq, Afghanistan, Korea. We can put them to college. We can give them more college, but we can't teach them how to communicate.
So true.
And see, the world can't communicate. And, I get as the worst words in the dictionary, But now I witness the world. I watch all these people with all this superstar stuff. And then I look at it. All it is a program. Their program of their programming.
Yes.
That's why I do mine with liberation. as long as I'm liberating me and I don't tell people what to do, they liberate themselves. And that's what unpunctuated writings do. I have a friend of mine, she's finally admitting she uses unpunctuated writing. It's only in your personal growth, not in your everyday life. You got to tell people. But unpunctuated writing is breath punctuation.
Mm-hmm.
And it unbinds the mind to unwind the divine. And that's what it does. But the thing about it is, your everyday life is showing you the path forward
True.
from in here.
Mm-hmm.
You never have a challenge in the outside world. That challenge is in,
Exactly.
it's in here. And you
Yes,
don't want to
unfortunately.
leave. You never want to leave.
Fortunately, you just get rid of everybody around you, but it's still there.
Yeah. It's just always homesick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what all the everyday life is showing you the good and your shortcomings. And anytime you think somebody else has got something, that's yours. Like all the hate in the world, and most of it's victimitis crapitis.
Yes.
And
Yes. I
and
agree.
I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. If you want to see victimitis crapitis, watch the WNBA for 5 minutes.
I don't want to suffer that much, not even for 5 minutes.
But I mean, when anybody's saying something on the outside world, they're lying to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You never lie to nobody. You lie to yourself. And if you're making something up for you to feel better, yeah, you're not doing much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for me, when I come across this questions instead of affirmations, I said, "Oh my God, it's too simple. Why am I sovereign? Why am I the leader of my life? Why am I the entrepreneur, the enterpriser of my life? Enterpriser. Why?" And nobody has to answer that but you. And you can ask the question, let it go, and things come to you. The more you open up and don't try to answer the question at the time.
Mm,
Let it flow and see what comes back to you.
that's really good, Rob.
Yeah. Life is a flow and a go. Only thing is I bestow in my own BS. And the news, all that does is circulate what other people want you to be suffering through.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. I haven't watched the news since I was in my early 20s. People don't believe that. Like, it's true. I don't watch it.
I don't have to watch it. It's right here.
I know it's everywhere.
But it never allows me the liberation.
Hmm.
And then I can't but once I see it, I can laugh at it
True.
because it is good. But the biggest liberation in the world is why laugh at me? I'm free.
Hmm.
See how easy it is just to make questions. And then when you start enter, entertaining questions, you make life a question because life is a question. You ever look at a question mark? It looks like a human.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go look at that. Does it really?
Yeah, it's got the
The curve?
it's got the head, the spine, and the grounded.
Interesting.
Yeah. And the only way you're going to go anywhere in life is question yourself. Listening, hearkening, and questions will rise you out of all your challenges. Thinking and knowing and trying to go to somebody else to get it, you're only going to go as far as they went.
Very true.
And a lot of people think they've went a long ways, but they haven't. Because what I realize is the more I try to tell people what to do, the more I smell.
People don't want to be told what to do. We don't want to be told what to do. That
But
just doesn't work.
but if you can get them interested in a question and
Mhm.
get them to say something they want to do, then just start asking them questions.
Yes.
See, it's like being a detective in a murder case. They never tell the person what happened. They just start asking questions and then
Yeah.
questions and then questions. Then they stumble onto something.
Right. Right. You're right. I like that. It's like
And see, the thing about questions, they destroy memory over time.
That's good. So let's talk about thinking for a minute.
Thinking.
Overthinking, because the typical person is not in a space where you are, or where I am still moving forward in,
So am I.
that you can stop your mind, or whatever you want to call it, and focus on the now and ask yourself the questions, but not then go back into your mind, which is going to bring you all these old answers, etc.
That's a good question. And I'm going to. The thing you want to open up to instead of knowing is inspiration.
Okay.
You want to start expressing your inspirations. You want to express your outcomes in your daily life. This is a desire to experience. What is it you desire to experience? Because thinking is in the mind.
I know.
But first, when you can open up to understand the mind is a museum, then you start the liberation. Then you start understanding inspiration. Inspiration dissolves yesterday's desperation. Thinking, knowing is yesterday's desperation.
Yes. And it absolutely does. I experienced that in my life, that inspiration dissolves all of it.
Yeah. And why is today occurring for me? Why is all the experiences of today awakening me? And something I really want to express to people: change, heal, create, transformation, forgiveness, and all the stuff I learned in self-help is just captivating words. They're just prison words. And you want to open up to the liberating words. Like for me, expand instead of change. I expand through life with ease. Energize instead of, let's see, and liberation instead of heal. Energize instead of transformation. And appreciation instead of forgiveness.
Ooh, I like that word.
And see, when I say I forgive you, what never leaves? The thoughts and all the images.
Right.
And when you say I forgive so and so, you bring up their name, the mind goes
right back. Yes.
The mind goes to the mind.
Yes.
Listening, it goes to the glistening.
Appreciation. I like that.
Yeah, and here's something else. Why do I appreciate my life? That's something you got to just discover yourself. See, everybody says self-discovery, and then they stay in the mind binds of yesterday through their words. And the words we learned in education were never to free us. They were to captivate us.
That is so
They put us in the cells of hell, and then we stay in the cells of hell.
Very.
And something for me and that really risen me out of yesterday was inspiration. You start listening and expressing inspiration.
Yes.
You rise out of desperation. That's all this is, a lot of people ain't going to like this, but education is desperation.
I agree.
And see, it's a foundation. But if you look, what's education and business done? Because there's scarcity and poverty.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And see, I wrote something yesterday business is just something. People make business go. Business creates business profits. And when you think business is all the world is, eventually that guy up there, he's going to say, "Oh, here it comes." He's going to teach you something like the 30s.
Exactly.
And, you know, one of my favorite questions, Mari, and it's just off the wall, but would the United States defeated Hitler if it wasn't have been for the 30s? I don't know.
You don't
But I
know?
know one thing, the 30s made this country tough, mentally and physically.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So are you going to be putting something together with Maverick Questions?
Yes, I am. I'm
Okay.
going to have a download for it.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, and people can sign up for 'em on my website, but Maverick Questions, all that is, and here's the thing about Maverick Questions, make your own words. You
Right.
can make it any kind of question. Maverick Question is me because it's got a little orneriness to it. And you know, you got to be ornerier than life.
Yeah, it's true.
You got to be a hellraiser to life.
I agree.
And see, we're too domesticated to move forward. We're too cheap and arrogant to move forward too.
Yeah.
I like watching everybody walk around with a suit on, thinking they're somebody. They're no different than anybody else.
Yeah.
You got money, but can that money be taken away from you?
At any second.
So, you know, the thing
Like
about I like about wisdom and inspiration and all my liberating stuff, nobody can steal that.
that's so good. I love that. My father used to have this phrase, and I loved it. He was Cuban. I'm Cuban as well. I was born in Cuba. And he would say, it doesn't translate well, but he would say, let them take away what I've danced. So he would say, having an experience is so much better than whatever you're going to do with this money, because they can't take away that experience, that memory from me.
You know what that brought to my mind? Tax breaks. Business has never had to stand on their own for the last 30, 40 years.
Mm.
If they live off that, well, we make a mistake, campaign contributions, we'll get some tax breaks.
Right.
And that's the thing about this country, and myself included. We've never been had to stand on our own 2 feet.
Interesting. So we're about ready to close. Rob, is there one last thing you'd like to say to a listener?
Yeah. The only one, you can read all the books you want, but your everyday life will liberate you from you. Your everyday encounters. And I don't care, you know, let's say the person's homeless. He's got wisdom you've never experienced.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is, you're equal to everybody. And everybody is equal to you. And if you think just because of where you're at in life, you know more, you don't. This is something I've admitted. The person that is the least aware in my life is me. Because everything out there is entertainment to expand.
Okay, very good. Well,
Go ahead. And on my website, there's a whole bunch of reading, and there's a whole bunch of podcasts and some downloads that'll expand you through life. You got my downloads, didn't you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So the website will be at the bottom here. It's mycowboywisdom.com, and you'll see it right at the bottom. You can click right into it.
Yeah. But thing is, it's this simple. I am the liberator of me.
Mm.
And that's all this fancy stuff you're doing, I'm the liberator of me. All you're trying to do is liberate me. And if you follow somebody else's program, you're stuck in their gunk.
Right. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Rob. It's great having you again. Thank you for listening in, and make sure you catch our next episode of Dare to Be Authentic podcast. Bye for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.